Good evening, traders. Zach here from the Trading Network. Hope you guys are doing well and that everybody had a good weekend. I have got another weekly market profile forecast for you. And before we dive into the weekly profile, I just wanted to quickly go over the session profile. Didn't do a recap on Friday. Had some things going on, so was not able to make a video. Apologies for that. But let's just discuss this profile structure real quick from the overnight from Thursday into Friday, and then Friday's regular trading hours profile. So first and foremost, we had settlement from Thursday at 37.91. Overnight inventory was net short because a large majority of the overnight price action was below the settlement price. You can see here's the overnight inventory, this blue profile, and a majority of the profile is indeed below settlement price. So if we zoom in here a little bit, let's go to the open from Friday. You can see that we opened here within range and value, which means that A level from the previous profile is very likely to hold as one of the extremes for the day. And you can see indeed that the overnight point of control at 37.78, just about 37.7825, was the extreme for the day. You could also consider this area right here. This is essentially the value area high for the volume profile of the overnight session. So this area between 37.8075 and 37.7825, you could say this was the extreme of the day. And let's go and I'll show you guys an example here. We can take measurement from that previous profile as we've been doing so recently because we've been having this profile structure so often. And placing this at the value area high gives us a range estimation down to 37.50, and that Friday's low was 37.4150. So we got within 10 points using that range calculation from the low, but just wanted to give you guys a breakdown of that as well and show you that we actually opened here. Zoom into the overnight profile here. All right, we opened right here, 37.50. So we are opening below value and below the entire previous overnight session as well. So let's dig into the weekly profile here. All right, so first and foremost, our open was right around this level, 37.50. So we are opening below the value area from last week's regular trading hours weekly profile. We are also in the area of the high from the short week of December 28th. Now, what I am thinking is if we can hold this general area as support, last week's low, importantly, this 37.4150 level, that we are likely going to get some upside push to fill this little void in not only the monthly volume composite, which is what we have right here, but also a void in the weekly profile from last week, and there is a bit of weak structure there from the previous week as well. So those are my thoughts. I'm thinking if we can hold 41 tonight and through the open tomorrow, that we're going to get that move back to the value area low from last week's regular trading hours weekly profile at 37.7150. That would be my immediate upside target if we hold 41 to the upside overnight and on open. And then I would be looking for a move back to 37.96 to kind of fill or close this volume gap. So if we cannot hold above or at this 37.30 level, I do like the confluence here between 37.18 and 37.1450, which is the weekly profile high from the week of December 18th, and then we have the next week of December 22nd at 3700. We have the value area high matching up with the weekly high there. So I like a move to 37 even-ish if we cannot hold that 18-14 level. And again, we have this value area low from this really large 170 point profile from the January 4th weekly profile. So just to recap here, if we can hold last week's low, 37.41, upon open tomorrow or in the overnight session, both preferably, then I like a move back up to 71, and if we can move above 71 and hold, get acceptance above there, I like a move back up to this point of control area, these 2 point of control areas. You can draw a little zone here. essentially between 92.75 and 37.96. That also encompasses the monthly volume composite profile. So this right here is the volume profile for the last month of price action, and you can see right here that this is the point of control for last 2 weeks, and it's also the volume point of control for the monthly composite. So keep an eye on this 92 to 96 area. That's going to be a major level on the higher time frame scale, especially for other time frame players. So if the other time frame players, and let me just note this as well. You can see that this right here, this is the volume value area low for the monthly volume composite, and that also matches up with last week's low. So this 41.50 to 44.75 area, if we want to mark another zone there, that is the area that I'm going to be watching to the downside. So if this can hold, I like a move back up to 71. If we get acceptance up to 71, I think we're filling this little void here and retesting monthly volume composite and last 2 weekly POCs. So with that said, let's make this short and sweet. Not a ton of change from last week at the moment, which means that there isn't a lot of change in conviction with other time frame or higher time frame players. So keep an eye on these levels. We'll see what happens moving into the open and, of course, throughout the overnight session tonight. And I'm looking forward to another great week of trading. All right, so before we wrap up here, I just wanted to quickly show you guys what these levels look like on standard candlestick chart. So you can see how these boxes that we just drew, I mean, they get incredible reaction, both as support and resistance. These profile levels from last week, I mean, working beautifully multiple times, and you can see price just very orderly moves up and down these profile levels, utilizing them as very high probability trade areas, whether you are going long off of value area low and taking profit at the POC, or shorting prior range high and prior value area high and taking profit at prior POCs. You've got a lot of opportunity with these levels. So just wanted to give you guys an example there. So take these trade plans, that I'm releasing in the Facebook group, of course, and mark up these levels, and you'll see, how these weekly zones in combination with these session profile levels are really offering up a beautiful trade opportunity. Not to mention, of course, when you bring the indicators back on, it makes a substantial difference in the probability that you're looking at with your trades. So with that said, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos, taking the time to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about the content. If you guys do enjoy this content, please do feel free to leave a comment down below, and definitely check out the links in the description below as well, where you can find access to our free Facebook group, where you can get my trade plans every day for ES, and we also release NQ futures trade plans as well. You can also get information down below in the description at our website on one-on-one mentorship with me, in addition to the Trading Network proprietary indicator package, the Fundamentals of Futures Trading course, and our private Discord, where you can watch me trade live daily every day, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be a part of the Trading Network, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.